So, guys, Manchester United won FC 21 full time from Old Trafford on this Wednesday evening, where everyone, including myself, is expecting Manchester United to run away with Europa League glory, get straight to the final, get back into the Champions League. That was the plan. But after tonight, and after what I've seen, and after what I've witnessed from that fucking pathetic, embarrassing football club who can't even beat FC Twente at home on home soil, who are the home favourites to win this game, favourites to win the Europa League, and favourites to go all the way and lift the trophy. Absolutely fucking forget it. Because playing like that and throwing away a quite comfortable win against a mid-table Dutch team who are fighting with PSV, it basically shows the bloody standards of this football club are simply not there. And I'm afraid to say, 2 games without a win and 1 goal scored, that is not fucking good enough. I'm sorry to say it isn't. If people think that's acceptable to be drawing at home against teams like FC Twente, then you carry on. You carry on with your low and fucking ambition, because United should be winning this game. There is no excuses for United not to have all 3 points tonight. There is no fucking excuse. But it's the same old United. It's the same old story. It's like this every fucking match we play. It's the same bang average, boring, park the bus, counter-attacking football. It absolutely bores the absolute shit out of me. No disrespect to FC Twente. No disrespect to them at all. Their fans, their supporters. Fair play to you tonight. Absolutely fair fucking play. Because again, we've got another team who we are playing who have exposed how weak and how pathetic those bunch of players actually are, who don't step up, who don't want to fight, who don't want to run for the ball, who can't be asked to track back and defend properly. And you've got players that aren't good enough who are still getting game time in a Man United shirt. And it's got to stop. It really, really has got to stop from now. Because I'm sick to death of these players not producing the goods. You are Manchester United. You're expected to win every fucking game that you compete in. You are favourites to win the Europa League on paper. But playing like that and playing bang average football with no attacking flair, no free-flowing football, and no decent players to actually pull on the United shirt and actually step up. Absolutely forget European glory. Playing like that, it's not going to happen. And based on both halves in tonight's game, we didn't deserve to win. Even though we go into half-time 1-0 up, we were still shit. We were still so shit. And again, I think tonight comes down to the players, and it also comes down to Eriksen. What the fuck has happened from Southampton and Barnsley to Palace and FC Twente? What the fuck is actually going on? Because you have scored 10 goals against those 2 teams respectively. And in your last 2 games, you have taken 2 points from 6. That is beyond pathetic. That really, really is. That is beyond a joke. Like, you don't do that. Like, the amount of chances that you've created, not just tonight, but also on Saturday, and you get a really, really shit result from both games. It's no wonder we are sat here tonight with a point. It really, really does not surprise me. That was embarrassing tonight. It really, really was. We didn't get going. We didn't create enough goal-scoring chances. And when we can't score any goals and we can't defend properly, it's the same old problems that Manchester United never think about sorting out. And this is going to be like this season after season after season after season. Nothing is going to change until this gets sorted. The defence with Maguire and DALOT at left back, to a weak-minded midfielder in Christian Eriksen, to a lack of game time for KOBBIE MAINOO, Matthijs de Ligt, Alejandro Garnacho, and the lazy Marcus Rashford, who, for me tonight, has exposed himself, has massively exposed himself, because the FC 20 equaliser is quite frankly embarrassing on all parts from Manchester United. The FC Twente equaliser is fucking embarrassing. How the player has managed to skip past 3 or 4 United players like they're not even there, like he's walked through thin air, is in fucking excusable. How have those Manchester United players not been able to tame down an FC Twente player when there's 4 fucking players around him? He makes this wonderful, majestic run and no one bothers to close him down, bring him down, or even put in a decent tackle to close down that FC Twente attack. But what makes me laugh from that, right? What makes me laugh, and I've been calling it for fucking weeks, not just days, weeks. When you have an aging Christian Eriksen who again tonight has played 94 fucking minutes. Again, 94 fucking minutes. Eriksen has played for Manchester United in back-to-back games. That's 188 minutes in his last 2 appearances. And I know he gets a good goal tonight, but that's down to a bit of luck, because if DALOT wouldn't have made that integrating run inside the FC Twente penalty area tonight, and the shot he tries and has obviously deflects off the FC Twente centre-back, the ball wouldn't have fell for Christian Eriksen like that. It would not have fell. So people can wax lyrical on what a great strike it was and what a great goal it was. Manchester United never built on that lead. Going in 1-0 at half-time is so fucking risky. It's really, really risky. I thought, based on what we saw against Palace in the first half on Saturday evening, I honestly expected to rip this team apart. I honestly expected, if we can create the same type of chances and the same type of chances on the goal, we will absolutely go in at half-time cruising 3 or 4-0 up. That was never the plan. When you go 1-0 up, you are risking so fucking much. But it's like we came out for that second half and the whole plan was to park the bus, break FC Twente on the counter-attack and go again. What is the plan from Erik ten Hag in that second half? Because I saw nothing. I saw absolutely nothing that convinces me this club is going in any positive direction. I'm sorry to say tonight, I'm on the Ten Hag out brigade. I'm really, really sorry. I'm with you now, because I can't stand a manager that is getting so much wrong, who tactically can't beat FC Twente and Crystal Palace. You've got to question, why was he kept? Why was Erik ten Hag kept in this job? And I thought at the time, and I hold my hands up, I thought at the time it was the best decision we've made in this club's history. But season three under Erik ten Hag, have we seen any improvement? Realistically, have we seen any improvement this season? 7 points from 15 in the Premier League. We are through to the 4th round of the Carabao Cup. Let's not wax lyrical over that either. Let's not wax lyrical. We are favourites for the Europa League, and we are struggling to break down FC Twente, who are 4th in their league in the top 4 in the Eredivisie. 11 points from 6, so they've had a better start than we've had. They've only lost 1 game in their last 7, a stat that I didn't know about. And I expected Manchester United to really take advantage of home turf, home soil, and send FC Twente packing at half-time, because, to be honest, we have the better players. We've got the better squad depth. We've got the options off the bench. We've got players in that starting 11 that should be doing a job. And again, it clearly shows tonight those players can't be trusted. But Erik ten Hag is picking this team. Erik ten Hag is setting us up to fail. Erik ten Hag is going down with pure favouritism again. Like, if Erik ten Hag wants to get himself the sack, you're doing a good job, Erik, because the football's not improved. The football has not improved. The chances we create aren't being created. The goal scoring opportunities we're getting ourselves into aren't happening. If it wasn't for Eriksen's goal, we lose this game. But again, you can't just relax on a 1-0 lead. You've got to build on the momentum. You've got a half time and finish the job off in the second half. But we sat back. That's all we saw in that second half, is sat back and let FC Twente attack us. I can't believe the demeanour. I can't believe the standards of we are letting FC Twente attack us at home. They are absolutely there for the taking. You should be beating them. You've got better players. You've got a better squad. You've really, in my view, got the better manager. But when you play like that in the second half and you're allowing FC Twente to get so many chances, what eventually they are going to take one. And that is exactly what they fucking did. As soon as they got that goal, the whole game plan changed. The whole game went out the window. And I think, again, the equaliser, again, is dreadful. Like we've discussed, that player being allowed to skip past 3 or 4 United players. I can't believe the demeanour of them. How dare they allow that FC Twente player to skip past all of them? No one's putting a tackle in. No one's challenging him. And no one's trying to win the ball back. It's like it's an impossible task for them to do it. You have got a job. Fucking defend and win that ball back. And you're sitting there letting this player run through you. You do not do it. You have to somehow close that attacking opportunity down and don't let it happen. But as soon as he avoids the first challenge, goes past DALOT, past UGARTE, and then what happens then? What happens then is fucking inexcusable. It massively, massively is fucking excusable. Eriksen, do not get me wrong. Do not get me wrong. He's one of my favourite players. But tonight, again, how can you let him have 188 minutes in your last 2 games where you've got Mount on the bench, Casemiro on the bench, MAINOO on the bench, HOJLUND on the bench, Anthony on the bench? All of them are behind Christian Eriksen. All of them are behind Christian Eriksen. And don't get me wrong, the goal he gets tonight is a well-taken goal. It's a great goal. It's a great strike. And the problem is Manchester United are going to PR that into a goal of the month contender. I would rather win points and win games than give fucking sod all about goal of the month. That matters nothing to me. I would rather be winning games on the pitch and getting a result. But when Eriksen was allowed to get that ball, knowing that FC Twente player was then allowed to carry on the attack, because obviously he thinks he loses the ball, but Eriksen grabs hold of the ball and he's facing Onana directly towards him. He's facing Onana. He's facing the back 4. And what Eriksen clearly can't do in his small-minded little brain is figure out quite simply that attacking player is not stopping his attack. Don't take your eyes off the ball. Keep hold of the ball and get rid of it. Eriksen takes forever and ever and ever to hold that ball. And he doesn't anticipate the danger from behind him. He fucking stands there and holds on for the ball. I mean, it's like trying to build the most shittest paper aeroplane, knowing it is not going to fly. It's going to fail and it's going to nosedive into the ground. Why Eriksen is allowed to be put in that position, and again, Eriksen has got to take blame. Why face your own goalkeeper and you've got all these FC Twente players trying to pounce on you like a cat chasing a vulnerable pigeon, knowing that cat is going to get that pigeon? It's fresh meat, it's fresh poultry. You're going to get closed down while you're on the ball, even while you're off the ball. Eriksen should not be facing Onana back towards his own goal. He needs to find a player and another United player around him to get rid of that ball. But because he takes so long, he's allowed to be tackled. He loses possession, and that same FC Twente player gets the ball back and is allowed to carry on with the run. But again, where's the left back position? Where's the fucking left back? A problem that United, and again I quote, we will sign a left back. We will definitely sign a left back. Because DALOT is out of position and has been completely exposed for his lack of defending and a lack of attacking threat, the left back position is massively left completely exposed because no one's there to close down the through ball that is put through to the FC Twente attacking midfielder and is allowed to have a free shot on goal. Inside their own penalty area, they get the equaliser. But what annoys me then, and it's not just the through ball, it's not just how ERIKSEN has lost possession and has allowed that FC Twente a counter-attack to be allowed to happen against his own team. What the fuck is ONANA doing, leaving all that gap and all that space at the front post? What is ONANA doing? We have the front post glitch on EA. We've had it on FIFA. And apparently, ONANA's now more a confident goalkeeper. That's all we heard all second half and the first half. ONANA's on another level now. He's a world-class goalkeeper. The confidence is flowing through him. What? Just because he saved the Southampton penalty and you think he's turned into this world-class elite goalkeeper? The fucking space he's allowed that FC Twente player to find at his front post is fucking excusable. It really, really is shocking from apparently a top-class goalkeeper. You don't leave all that space in that front post for allow that FC Twente player to completely and utterly square you to the spot. And the problem is he then tries to grab a hand at it to prevent it going in. But because there's too much power and too much grit into the shot, and because he's left so much space at his front post, you're not going to stop that. It's going to go in. You are not going to stop it. I could save that. It's not a difficult save if you position the goalkeeper correctly. And he does neither. He leaves the front post completely exposed and has allowed that equaliser to go in. And then since the equaliser went in, United fell flat on their face, I'm afraid. United absolutely fell fucking flat. Saw no response, no urgency, and no try and go and grab that winning goal that we desperately need. And the problem is, again, Erik ten Hag is picking lazy fucking players. I mean, the equaliser comes through Marcus Rashford trying to close down, again, that FC Twente attacking player, and he tries to win the ball back. He gets beaten for pace and skill and power, and he tries to win the ball back. And as soon as he knows he can't do the job and allows that player to carry on with his momentum, Marcus Rashford starts running. And then all of a sudden, he goes into a little jog, and then he starts walking back. What a lazy, lazy bastard. I'm sorry. That is really fucking lazy. You don't just trot back. You don't just walk. I know you can't win the ball back, and I know you can't win possession and grab the ball when you need it to attack the FC Twente goal. But don't just shrug your shoulders. Don't just jog and walk back. That is so damn lazy. From a Manchester United player of the calibre that he was in season 1 under Erik ten Hag, the fall off of Marcus Rashford is fucking credible. He cares more about himself and his pathetic, slimy ego than what he cares about that club. And again, what annoys me, you've got Owen Hargreaves and Darren Fletcher, not the United player, not the United great, the Darren Fletcher commentator on TNT Sports. You've got him and Robbie Savage, who again is not happy that his son Charlie was sold because he was shit and he's now facing a League One crisis with fucking Reading Football Club. And he's holding a grudge against it because his son's not at the club anymore. When he thought, oh, do you know what? He's going to be a breakthrough for this club. He's going to be something completely different that Man United midfielder's never seen in his life. Yeah. They're waxing lyrical on how great Marcus Rashford is. What, with that one piece of skill in the first half? And apparently he was United's best player. I don't know what you're watching, but get your fucking eyes open. Marcus Rashford is fucking lazy. You don't just not run back for the ball. You've got to attack and you've got to defend. You've got to do it as a team. But again, you've got a bunch of players who are playing as individuals. They can't play as a team. They can't do as a squad. They don't. There's no togetherness. Everyone's in it for themselves. And it fucks me right fucking off. If these players don't want to fight and don't want to be here, fuck off. Simply fuck off. Because it's not acceptable. It's not good enough. You should be winning these games. But when you've got lazy fucking players like that who don't want to put the graft in and don't want to put the grit in, get the fuck out. So again, ERIKSEN and Rashford, as well as the other two United players in DALOT, are at fault for the equaliser. And ONANA. All four players are at fault for that equaliser. Poor goalkeeping, lazy players, a left back who we haven't got, and you've got DALOT there, and you've got ONANA. I mean, the amount of problems we've got in that team are causing United hell, and we don't fix it. We never sort out the problems, and the problems inject themselves into the season after that, and the season after that, and the season after that. It's never going to get any better. It will never get any better if United do not fucking learn. I am fucking embarrassed. I really am, because we've got a goal scorer in Joshua ZIRKZEE, who apparently is the next fucking Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who we've bought from Bologna, has now gone 6 games without a goal, 6 games without an assist, and now we've got a goal scoring problem, which we figured out at the weekend. I honestly thought Erik ten Hag would have learned, right, I need to fix this, because ZIRKZEE ain't scoring me goals. ERIKSEN can't do the midfield role, and he still picks him. We need a fucking left back. Well, you should have brought one in the summer. Don't give me we had no money. Don't give me we had to sell to buy. And don't you dare use financial fair play. The biggest myth in fucking English and European football. Financial fair play is the biggest load of fucking bollocks I've heard in my life. Absolute bollocks. The only club that do it is Manchester United. No other club in the Premier League, the Championship, League One, League Two, the Scottish leagues, the European leagues, no club uses that as an excuse. Man United have got money, but didn't want to bring in a short-term option. Well, you could have thought about that. And you know what? You could have brought Reguilón back, because it's better than having a bang average fucking Diego Dalot at left back. Diego Dalot's not a left back. And Eric is carrying on with that transition that he's a left back. He's not a left back. He's a fucking right back. And I know Diego Dalot's a little bit pissed that his right back position's now gone. Get fucking over it, Diego, because you're shit, mate. You've been shit since you've been here. Mourinho should have never, ever have been allowed to buy you in the first place. I'm seeing people on Twitter, on X, whatever you want to call it, waxing lyrical on how great Diego Dalot's been, how amazing Dalot's got, what a signing he's been. Look how different he is now under Erik ten Hag. I mean, it makes you want to vomit. It makes you want to fucking vomit. It makes you want to throw up. Don't give me that. He's one of United's biggest improvements. Are you having a laugh? He's completely out of position. The FC Twente attacking player has been allowed to get in on penalty area and have a free shot on goal. And no one again in that box is putting a tackle in or a block in. And ONANA again is still at fault for the shot for going in, because look at all the space he left at the front post. The FIFA glitch is back, ladies and gentlemen. It's called Andre ONANA. It is so embarrassing. It really, really is. Why did we not sign a left back and just bring Reguilón back? Why didn't we do one? Why didn't we do it? Why have United keep coming up with an excuse? Well, money is always the problem. Don't give me that. Do not give me that crap. You could have got Reguilón for cheap, and he would have loved to have come back. He never put a fucking foot wrong when he's here, and we got rid of him in January. Well done. Well fucking done. Because it exposes Manchester United again. They don't know how to operate off the pitch as well as on the pitch. It's embarrassing. It really, really is. Quite frankly, embarrassing. It really, really is shocking on all fronts, from top to bottom to middle. You don't know what you're doing. You do not know what to do, because you've got a bunch of prats running this club into the ground to work alongside the Glazers. Oh, we don't need to sign a left back. We don't want a short-term option. Yeah, look how that's paying off for you now. Looking a bit stupid, aren't we? Really, really stupid. And then we get the rumours, oh, do you know what? We couldn't get Kirkes from Bournemouth in the summer. They wanted 40 million. Just pay fucking up. Alphonso Davies has got 1 year left on his contract. That would be the ideal left-back signing. You wouldn't need Shaw. You wouldn't need Malacia. Tell both of them to piss off. Seriously. Like, he's better than both of them put together. And at least he keeps himself fit. Because without a left-back, we are screwed defensively. There's no balance in that back four. There is no fucking balance. There's nothing. That team does not fill you with confidence. And again, the team selection, again, is on the fucking manager. He's picking this team. All this love in ERIKSEN has got to stop. Apparently we've got Leicester in the Carabao Cup at home. I mean, that's a good draw, I suppose. But again, don't expect us to win that. You've got Brighton away. Oh, fucking hell. That's a disaster of a draw. Let me know who Chelsea, Man City, Arsenal get and Spurs. I bet they get all someone fucking easy. But yeah, like the love and the admiration that Erik ten Hag has got for some of these players is unbelievable. Utterly unfucking believable. Arsenal got Preston away. Tottenham versus Man. Yeah, that's Tottenham out. Oh dear. But yeah, the admiration for these players from this manager's bollocks. It's absolutely bollocks. Like, come on. Like, Erik ten Hag must be realising here. Eriksen can't do it. DALOT can't do it. Rashford can't do it. ZIRKZEE can't do it. It's just, it really infuriates me that these players are not doing their jobs. They're not doing the roles that they've been picked to be selected in. Like, I can't, but do you know what makes me angry? What makes me angry, which really, really fucking infuriates me. It really, really does take the fucking piss. We took off Rashford and ZIRKZEE for Garnacho and Mason Mount, right? Eriksen plays another 94 minutes. You then put Mason Mount with Eriksen, both in the centre attacking midfield positions, with UGARTE behind him. You then put Bruno on the right, Garnacho on the left, and then we have to bring on HOJLUND, who clearly is not fit, who clearly not ready. So what I don't get is, what are we doing putting Bruno Fernandes, who's one of our best midfielders at the club, on the right wing? What is that thinking? What is that plan for that? What's the idea? What's the thinking behind that complete idiotic decision? You're putting Bruno on the right wing to solve a right wing problem. I just don't get it. I really, really don't get it. Because it fucks me off. Like, he's not a right winger, but Erik ten Hag is clearly, again, playing people out of position who don't work. Why did you take Ahmad off? Can someone explain to me why the fuck we took Ahmad off? Our only fucking right winger at this football club. The only right winger we've got. And don't give me Garnacho as a right winger. And don't you dare give me Rashford either. Because I'll tell you what, Garnacho is better on the left than Rashford. Rashford should have been brought off at half time for his fucking lazy attitude. It fucks me off he's still here. It really does. We are better off without him. And we want to keep him still. Oh, he's the face of the club. Oh, he's completely transformed. Has he? What is he, Optimus Prime? He's transformed, is he? It just doesn't make any sense. It really, really does not make any sense. What the hell is going on? Like, what is going on? Like, putting Bruno Fernandes on the right wing is like putting Onana up front. There was desperation in the end from Erik ten Hag. He got desperate because he didn't know what to do. But then you see him shaking his fucking head on the touchline. But yeah, you're the one picking the team, Eric. You're the one who's been trusted to get United results on the pitch. And you're not doing it still. So something tells me that you're clearly not up for this. You clearly don't know what to do yourself. Don't screw yourself up and make all these idiotic decisions and then get yourself sacked. Because I think that's the only direction now. After these last two games, I'm on the ten Hag out brigade because it's not good enough. 2 points from 6. That is laughable. That is fucking relegation form. We're turning into Southampton. We're turning into Everton. We're turning into fucking Wolves. Like 2 points from 6 in our last 2. You've got to question what is going on. Clearly, Erik ten Hag doesn't know his ass from his fucking elbow. You need to be picking your best team. You need to be picking your best players. If ZIRKZEE can't be scoring goals, fucking drop him. If Rashford's got a lazy attitude and doesn't want to do the job for the whole 90 minutes, drop him. If ERIKSEN isn't your man in the midfield and everyone's waxing lyrical over him lately, it fucking bores me. Like, ERIKSEN is not your man. He's at fault for the fucking equaliser. He should have been keeping his eyes peeled for those FC20 attackers. Don't take her off the ball and lose possession and don't bother to track back and run for it. And it's amazing, that equaliser, though. Did you see all those United players just stand there and watch the admiration? Look what FC20 just did. OMG. Yeah, because you all stood there and let that situation happen. You stood there, you lazy, lazy bastards. You're lazy. Well, I'm sick of it. I'm fucking sick of it. What's KOBBIE MAINOO done wrong not to start tonight? Why is DALOT not starting? Why is GARNACHO not playing? What's going on? Garnacho's your best winger and he's on the bench again. If he gets an offer from Real Madrid in 2 years, I'm fucking taking it. Fuck this. Because the club are treating him badly. He needs to be starting ahead of Rashford every fucking game. I don't want rotation. Oh, we've got a busy schedule. We have to keep the squad fresh. We have to rotate. No, we don't. No. You've got to pick your best players. And when you don't, this is the results you're getting. You need to pick your best team. You were brought DALOT for a reason, to start him with Martinez. I'm going to bench him for tonight. What idiot does that? Like, seriously. Postecoglou wouldn't do that. Pep wouldn't do that. Arteta wouldn't do that. Maresca wouldn't do that. Arne Slot wouldn't do that. You play your best players. Look at Liverpool tonight. Absolutely rampant in the Carabao Cup because they pick a strong team. They play their best players. And Erik ten Hag is, oh, we have to rotate. Let's change things. Let's freshen things up. We can't get ahead of ourselves too soon. You've got to get results to start setting standards. And because he's making all these changes and you've got players who can't do your job, how the fuck are we meant to move forward? UGARTE, I mean, probably him and Mazraoui, what a bit of business. The only positives from tonight's game, the only 2 positives I get from that performance, the only 2 positives I get was Mazraoui and UGARTE, because they're the only 2 fucking trying. And it is embarrassing that 2 summer signings are doing more work than anyone fucking else. It really, really is sad that 2 summer signings are showing up these lazy, bang, average shithouses. It is embarrassing that players like that are doing everyone's jobs because they know they're around them. They are shit. But these players are still here. Oh, we're going to have a complete change in the summer, a new direction, a new beginning. Maguire's still here, is he not? Johnny Evans, Victor Lindelof, Buendia, Eriksen, Casemiro, Anthony, Rashford. They're all still here, aren't they? New direction, my ass. Absolute new direction, my ass. It's the same cover up all the time. Use the PR machine, get the fans falling for it. Get on the socials, get on Insta, get on TikTok, get on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, get on Facebook. Do you know what? Let's wax lyrical. Let's wax lyrical about how different things are. It's a new beginning. It's a new different Man United. It's not. It's not a new beginning. It's the same shit football with no tactical setup, players out of position, and we've got no goal scorers. Well fucking done. Congratulations to you. Because this manager has to go. I'm sorry. I'm Erik ten Hag out. I can't stand it anymore. Because if you can't set the club up properly and set the team up to win, is Ten Hag doing this deliberately? I don't know. I do not know. But clearly, some of the summer signings haven't worked, have they? Because De Ligt's hardly getting a minute in Europe. Why has he been benched tonight? Why did Ten Hag think, do you know what? Let's rotate the back four. Let's rotate the midfield, right? And let's rotate that front three again. It's laughable. Absolutely fucking laughable. And I'll tell you what, a lot of those players who started Saturday should have started tonight. Did you see Maguire start Saturday? No, that's a statement. Did you see Rashford starting on Saturday? No, you didn't. So what's happened since then? That is what I don't get. Because playing like this, if you think we're going to win Europa League, keep fucking dreaming. Seriously, keep dreaming. Because we are going to get absolutely turned over in our next two, who are Porto away and Fenerbahce. Where are the points coming from those two? Where are the points coming from? If we get 1 point from 9, in our next two Europa League games, we are going out. We've got to start winning our next two Europa League games to stand any mathematical chance of getting through to the knockouts. We're favourites to win this, apparently. Based on what has happened tonight, I'd say, do you know what? United season's going to be a crash and burn. Seriously. I think we are potentially heading for a downward spiral for the rest of the season. A fucking nosedive. We are going to nosedive for the rest of the season. That is how I see it. Because 2 points from 6 in your last two is not good enough. You need to be beating this opposition. They're in the Europa League for a reason because they're shit. No matter their league position and how well they've done against other top European clubs, Manchester United should be beating them. But because we are being sat up by a manager who is clearly losing the plot and losing any tactical awareness or knowledge about him at all, how can Erik Ten Hag make changes which were not necessary? I'm on the manager and I'm on those players because I'm sick to death of the excuses every week. We've got people covering up for these players. Wake up and smell the coffee. If they're not good enough, you need to clear house. But when you give them a chance to play, oh, let's rotate, let's change the team and see if it can bring any different ideas or different directions to the setup and how we build up our play. Why? Why? Why change what was actually quite positive in that first half against Palace on Saturday and completely rip it up for tonight? What's the strategic thinking? Oh, we've got Spurs on Sunday. So we've got Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 3 days before the Spurs game. You could have played the same team tonight, Eric. You really, really could. Maguire shouldn't be playing for United, nor should DALOT. They shouldn't be in the United team, nor should ERIKSEN, nor should Rashford, and nor ZIRKZEE. Why those four were allowed to play tonight, where Rashford threw his fucking toys out the pram again on Saturday, which he usually does. Maguire, who apparently De Ligt is worse than him, which is laughable from Paul Scholes, of all people. You've got DALOT, who ain't a left back, and you've got ERIKSEN, who's getting closer to a retirement home and is still getting selected, is still getting picked by the manager. Something's going on. Something is clearly going fucking on. Because United would not be like this if we had a different manager who reads the riot act. I don't think Arne Slot would have accepted a point. Pep wouldn't have done it. Arteta wouldn't have done it. Postecoglou wouldn't have done it. Maresca wouldn't do it. Any other top European manager in the game of football would not be setting up for a point, would not be accepted. Do you know what? A point's better than nothing. At least we didn't lose. But the opposition you are playing are shite. You do not, you don't set yourself up not to win a game. You've got to go for the juggler. You've got to go for it. Don't just sit back and play the quiet card. Go for it and make a statement to the other European teams that United are not here to mess around. Don't go and blow it. Because United have had a huge opportunity tonight to put FC Twente away. And United haven't taken it. Every opportunity this club gets itself into, they fucking bottle it all the time. They bottle it. It's because we do not know what we are doing. We are completely clueless on the pitch as well as off it, because decisions on the pitch are worse. Apparently, off the pitch is looking better, but on the pitch, you've got players who can't play with certain individuals. You've got players who are not playing as a team. We've got a squad that looks completely disconnected from each other. There's no team chemistry. There's no team bonding. There's no togetherness. There's no fight. There's nothing in that team tonight that convinced me we were going to win that game. Because I thought both first and the second half, we were shocking. Absolutely fucking shocking. We were crap. We were awful. FC Twente turned it on as soon as they got that equaliser. Turned it on more than, certain other things. But do you know what? It don't surprise me. Soon as we concede a goal, we fall flat. Like a fucking flat tyre. It's got a big ass screw in it. And you've got to have a puncture repair. Like, we fall on our fucking ass all the fucking time. It's because these players can't do it. These players cannot do it. I don't know what's going on with them. Because against Barnsley, a lot of positives. 7 goals. Like, come on. But Southampton, 3 goals. 10 goals in your last 2. Palace, 0-0. FC Twente United, 1-1. Since something's happened since that period. And all of a sudden, look where we are. We are facing an uphill task to get ourselves into the knockout stages of the Europa League, which we apparently are going to win. I mean, good luck to any other United fan or any other United supporter. Really, good luck to you, because I'm sorry to say, not for me. Not for me. We aren't winning the Europa League. So I don't know where we go from here, because we've got to play Spurs on Sunday. And if Spurs win tomorrow, I mean, you're not probably come out with the excuse, well, at least we played a day before Spurs played. So, Spurs are going to be up for it now. That is the problem. All that momentum from Sunday has been washed out completely after tonight. And I thought, you know what, we'll win tonight. We'll go into the Sunday positive. No, we're not. It's looking shit again, isn't it? And do you know what? I've had a good chat with myself tonight. I had a good old conversation, a good old chat, a good old think. I'm getting close saying, do you know what? I'm done. I'm done with Manchester United, because I'm getting that close now, because it's never going to get any better. And, you know, you've got Ineos coming out saying, well, it's going to take 3 transfer windows to get us where we need to be. Why? Why is it going to take that long? So that's probably next year, 2026 and 2027. So we're screwed anyway, aren't we? We're screwed then anyway. So there isn't any positives. It's the same old excuses. It's the same old bullshit. And United will try and pick any positive they are. Oh, look at the goal ERIKSEN scored tonight. Yeah. Then look at the big fault he was for the second goal, for the equaliser. But then look at all these other lazy bastards around him who can't be asked to do their job. And they do deserve to be called lazy bastards. I'm sorry, they are. They are absolutely lazy fuckers. If they can't do their job, get out. And I don't care if people don't like it. I don't care. It has to be called for what it is. They're fucking lazy bastards. If they don't want to do the job, they should not be at this club. I'm sorry. There's the door. Now do one. Fucking please do one. Because, you know, but it's not the start we wanted. And I think United are going to be finding any excuse they can from the English Oxford Dictionary to find any excuse they can come up with that bullshit tonight. But it's not good enough. And like I said, if you have to give a player of the match to anyone, realistically, I think it's our 2 summer signings in Mazraoui and UGARTE, because trying to pinpoint any other potential player of the match contenders, there ain't any, because the other players are lazy. No goal scorers, an imbalanced back four, a lack of midfield creativity. You've got a world-class CDM in UGARTE and Mazraoui that are not just doing their jobs, they're doing every other fucking lazy bastard's role in this team as well, because the other players aren't stepping up, and it's not good enough. It's not acceptable. It's disgusting. 2 summer signings are showing us up. It's embarrassing. It's disgusting. They are showing us up. And I feel sorry for UGARTE. I feel sorry for Mazraoui. But again, it ain't their fault. So if you're giving player of the match, in my view, it goes to those 2. The rest of these United players are an absolute fucking disgrace. So I've enjoyed this full-time reaction, whatever you want to take from it, but not a lot from me. Just another bad night for Manchester United and European football again. But remember to hit the like button and the share button. Please keep subscribing to the channel United Red Devils 20 on YouTube. Share the video, hit the tweet button, hit the retweet button. And to always remember the notification bell. Put that on always put that on at all times so you receive all this dedicated video, shorts, live streams that we've got planned for you for the rest of 2024 this year. Share the video, hit the tweet button, hit the retweet button, and remember to put that notification bell on to see all this content we've got planned for you. And we've now got to look ahead for Sunday because we've got Tottenham at Old Trafford on Sunday evening on match day 6 of the 24-25 Premier League season. We'll be doing the look ahead for that tomorrow afternoon, and we're going to have to try and dissect what we can. But I think that's going to be a really negative look ahead. But again, we'll try and make it a positive, but I'm not feeling confident now than what I was. But enjoy the rest of your week. Stay safe. Be nice. Be kind. Show your all legends, your all edgery. And I'll see you on the next one. Fuck's sake.